For some incoming UVM students, building community starts outside the classroom before the semester even begins. We're learning about Service Trek and how it connects new Catamounts to Vermonters and each other today on Across the Fence. Hello, Vermont. This weekend, 57 incoming UVM students, 11 student leaders, and my two guests, who are also both UVM students, will hand over their phones and step tech-free into an adventure. For 5 days, they'll volunteer on service projects, doing everything from clearing trails to gleaning fields to building housing. If you want to know why UVM keeps being named the top school in the country for students who want to make an impact, look no further. Service Trek introduces new Catamounts to UVM's culture of giving back before the school year even starts. Joining me to talk about it are Alistair Anderson, a UVM junior studying neuroscience who's been a Service Trek leader and a logistics coordinator for the program. It's no small task. And Gabriella Di Giovanni, a senior molecular genetics major who's led Trek groups for the last 3 summers. Alistair and Gabby, welcome to Across the Fence.
Thanks for having us.
It's wonderful to have you here. So for folks that don't know, the first day of fall semester at UVM is Monday, August 31st. Dorm move-in and new student orientation is the 26th. So this is all happening before all of that. Gabby, you did it. What is it like?
It's always stressful for freshmen to come in and have to navigate this new college experience. So having the opportunity to meet a bunch of people and have a positive impact on the community before all of that happens is a really great thing. So.
Yeah. Well, what drew you to it?
I love community service. I did community service all throughout high school, a bunch of different volunteer activities, and I knew I had to get involved once I learned about it. There's so many different trip offerings and they all have such great experiences that you do on the trips, so I just knew I had to get involved.
Well, was it also that you were, looking for a way to get integrated into the campus and meet new people?
Yes, I'm not from Vermont, so it was a good way to get some exposure to local communities and what kind of community service I could do locally in the area as well. So.
Okay, so Alistair, you didn't actually do it when you were a new student.
Yeah,
but you still got bit by the Trekkie bug. How did you end up getting involved?
My friend group freshman year was largely made up of a group of people who all met each other on Trek, and they enjoyed it so much that it just I felt like I had to get involved again next year, the following year. And so I wanted to lead with some of my friends and I wanted to experience it just because it felt like it not only helped them build good friendships, but it also helped me because I met all of them through them having met through Service Trek.
Well, what kinds of stories were they telling you about it that sort of pulled you in? Was it the camaraderie that you saw between them, the way that they had bonded with each other, or was it also the experiences that they had?
I think it was a lot of both. I know it started pouring down rain freshman year, so then they met a lot just because they were trying to huddle and stay away from the rain and just getting to do, I think they went on one of the community connection trips, so it was a big just spent a lot of time together and I think it really helped.
Yeah. And now you're one of the people running the show. Yeah. So, what kinds of things, so tell us, because you even mentioned, you said community connections.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how Service Trek works.
It's set up as a service summer camp kind of. So we have everyone kind of come in and we stay at a big summer camp together, and then we split off into 4 different group types. There's 6 different trips, but we do trail restoration trips. So we go out and sometimes we add things to different trails, or we just clean up branches and things. There's trips where they go work with Habitat for Humanity and help build houses, and there's another where we go and glean farms and help work at food pantries. And then our last trip is kind of just a catch-all, and it could be working at animal shelters or helping volunteer at the hospital and make art. It's just we kind of do everything that we can do. Yeah.
But I like that you said, but the central there's also this experience of living together and of being in these cabins together. So like you said, it's 5 days of summer camp, right? And so you're also having, the nights around campfires and sharing camp food and things too. And so those are all the bonding experiences that help bring students together. Gabby, you mentioned, I think, when we were talking, that also one of the first things that happens is students surrender their phones.
Yes.
Right? What does being sans phone add to the experience?
It really helps build that connection between the students. I mean, in a world where everything is on our phones, or even classes, I've only had one class that had no technology at all. So it's everywhere. So the fact that we get 5 days to just put our phones away and really try and foster that connection between the incoming students, where they can, instead of scrolling in the morning when you wake up, first thing you can watch a sunrise or do yoga or have all these amazing experiences with these great group of people that you just met. So it's a really
so funny.
great
As
thing.
soon as she said that, I was thinking about how I do. I wake up every morning and the first thing I do is grab my phone, right? And so, you know, you start with all of that input that is sort of external to you, or you go inside and you're not paying attention. But instead, this is waking up in the cabin together, getting ready to go off and start a day of service. And yet you're starting with connections and, like you said, watching the sunrise and things like that. You know, if people were looking at the photos we've been showing, when you sent them to me, it was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, are these all from like the 1990s? Because a lot of them were taken on things like disposable cameras.
Yes, we are given a disposable camera. I think it has 27 shots each. So we all, I think every trick gets one, and we all just tried to take as many photos as we could and really try and capture what made Service Truck so great in those 27 photos.
Yeah. Alistair, what aspect of the volunteering made the most, like the biggest impact on you?
I think it's just really nice to get involved in the communities around here. I think like you work really directly with all of the people, so it's like you get to visibly see all the work that you've been doing, and like know that you made a mark on Vermont. Like I think we helped out with the Green Mountain Club last year, and we got to add them to some trails and like help do things. I'm like, that's going to be there forever, which is, it just feels really cool to be able to do something that actually will last.
Right, and that now every time that you know, have you gone back and done any hiking on that trail after having participated in helping clear it?
I think they're still working on it, so not yet. I think it's going to be open hopefully sometime soon. But I'm like, every time I go hiking now, I do notice like all of the trail stuff, and I'm like, wait, I know how to make a trail now, and that's kind of cool.
Well, Gabby, how about you?
Definitely connecting with all the different leaders and learning about their stories. Why do you work here? Like, what led you to working on this farm in the middle of Vermont? A bunch of them have different internship programs too, which is great for incoming students to learn, okay, maybe if I'm into environmental science, I can come work here for a summer, or different, it's really great to learn about all of the things that they do and how they end up in their position. So, yeah.
Did it make you feel, because you said you're not from Vermont, did it make you feel more connected to Vermont?
100%, yes. Especially talking with all the community leaders and being so immersed in the camp and all of these service trips that we're doing and making an impact. It definitely helped me feel more connected to local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? Did doing these types of experiences, is it something that has furthered your connection to the state, to Vermont itself?
Absolutely. Like, I don't know, you just get to see things that you've never seen before. Like, I wouldn't have ended up kind of out in the woods, like an hour and a half away from school, like working on trails, or like, and I think that's true for all the trips. It's like, this is not somewhere you'd normally end up, and it's with people who really live and work in Vermont. And I think, especially as like an incoming freshman, that's like really, really cool to feel like you're that immersed in your own state.
Yeah. Well, so, and you know, you just said about getting outside, and were either of you, so, sorry, were either of you consider yourself very outdoorsy people? Because I know we're going to talk to Adventure Trek too, and Adventure Trek is a little bit more outdoor focused. It's getting out into the wilderness, and it seems like one of the nice things about Service Trek is kind of like a complementary Trek program where you get all those same bonding benefits, and yet it doesn't require that you want to put on a backpack and go sleep on the ground for 5 days or paddle a canoe. It's a different type of adventure. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's like, what was the most adventurous aspect of doing this to you? Like, what did the adventure mean to you?
The whole thing was a really new experience for me. I don't really camp. I've never gone camping. I found that a little daunting. I was like, I don't know if I want to go out in the woods
Yeah.
for 5 days and do something I've never done before. So the fact that it was in a summer camp setting was really intriguing to me. And it's just an opportunity to be a little more inclusive as well, like for people who maybe can't really go camping or don't feel comfortable with it. It really allows them to like have the chance to still do this amazing experience and help out the community while also
Yeah.
still having the same connections as
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were working on the trail, but did you, I mean, do you consider yourself to be a very outdoorsy person? Where are you most comfortable?
I think like I want to be more. I do get out when I can. I do try to do a big hike or two every month, and I do like to camp, but it's not like, I don't think I would have felt prepared to go on a big like 5-day backpacking trip, even though like I've been backpacking and stuff. But it felt like the perfect medium where it's like I can get out there and really work and like be outside and do everything that I want.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as big of a jump. I
Yeah.
think like, and I also like I hammock camp the whole like every night at camp. So it's like if you want to really be outside, you do have the
can.
option if you want to
Yeah.
sleep outside.
Well, I think this
But I
really
think-
brings together these two really interesting parts of UVM's character, right? Because UVM is known as a very outdoor-oriented school because of the state, because of the environment around us, but also this really strong connection to community service and giving back, which is something that students note about it and are really proud about UVM. So the idea that there's two different types of Trek programs, so that whoever you are, whatever kind of student you are and what you want to get out of it, you have the chance to grow in that and to meet other students who are just like you. Quick question for each of you, real fast. What do you hope the next group of Trekkies get out?
to really just immerse yourself in the experience and be okay putting your phone down and just waking up in the morning, go watch the sunrise, like really be in it.
Be there.
Yeah, be there in the
Be there,
moment. And enjoy the community service and just talk to the service leaders and learn their stories and really just build a connection with
Alistair,
everyone.
how about you? What do you hope they get out of it?
I just really hope they find close friends, and I really hope they get close with the community. I just hope they just learn to really love and enjoy Vermont and find their people.
Those are great sentiments. Well, Alistair and Gabby, thank you for joining me. Good luck. I hope it's going to be another great trek. And as always, thank you, Vermont, for learning and exploring with me today. And thanks to the team that makes Across the Fence possible. I'm Amy Finley. This is Across the Fence. Come back and let's learn and explore again tomorrow.